Cardinal Sean Brady has tonight confirmed that he was the Church's representative at a meeting when two teenage victims of the child abuser Father Brendan Smith signed an oath of silence about their complaints. The victims' complaints are being investigated by Cardinal Brady in his capacity as Secretary to the Bishop of Kilmore in 1975. Well, for more on this, our Religious and Social Affairs correspondent Joe Little joins me now from our Galway studio. Joe, first of all, give us the background to all of this.
Well, Eileen, the Bishop of Kilmore had responsibility for an area that included Kilnacrot Abbey, the abbey where Father Brendan Smith, perhaps the most notorious and the first child sexual abuser to be revealed in this country, was residing. And the Bishop of Kilmore sent his then secretary, the then Father Sean Brady, to two meetings with young people who complained that they had been sexually abused by Father Brendan Smith. Two Sunday newspapers, at least two, have been asking questions of the Catholic Communications Office as to exactly what Father Brady did at that time in relation to these complaints. And a statement was issued this evening from the Catholic Communications Office in which it said it confirmed that Father Brady attended two meetings, that he attended those meetings as a recording secretary in the first one in Dundalk, and as the only representative of the bishop at the second one in Ballyjamestuff, where he asked the questions and recorded the answers given. In both cases, the statement says the responses were relayed by Father Brady to his bishop, Bishop Francis McKiernan, and those minutes were passed on to the bishop for his immediate action. The spokesman for the church this afternoon told me that this would be in line with normal church procedures, for instance in church annulment situations where the reputations and good names of people were at stake, that their names would be kept private and secret. So at those meetings, the then Father Brady required or asked the young people to sign under oath an undertaking not to reveal any details of the information gathering process by the church. In other words, details of the church inquiry into these two particular allegations of clerical child sexual abuse.
Joe, given all the recent controversies over child abuse in the Catholic Church and the fact that Cardinal Brady led the recent delegation to the Vatican, what are the implications now for the Catholic Church?
Well, the fact that such oaths of secrecy were required by the Church is not new. We know from Andrew Madden, for instance, the victim who lifted the veil on the practices of the Archdiocese of Dublin in relation to the Father Ivan Payne case, in which he was the victim. Andrew Madden was required to sign a gagging order, but he broke that. But I think it is significant in that Father Brady, as he was then, was clearly involved in a process which involved keeping these matters within the Church. His spokesman did say that this was 21 years before any procedures were introduced by the Irish bishops involving reporting these matters to the guards and to the health authorities. But it does, I suppose, show that Cardinal Brady was immersed in a church culture which has been called in a bishop's statement in recent weeks a culture of cover-up. But his spokesman makes it very clear that that was not the intent in requiring this oath of secrecy from the victims, who, by the way, Cardinal Brady believed at the time were abused by Father Brendan Smith, that the intent was not to cover up, but was to preserve the good names and reputations of all involved in these alleged abuse cases. As I say, names and reputations, the spokesman says, would have been respected and protected during church annulment proceedings, for example.
OK, Joe Little in Galway, thank you.